So I guess we should probably talk about round 2 though. So before we get into the picks, this round, 75% crowds, and I think they're planning, the AFL's planning to have 100% back by Anzac Day.
Yep.
That's sort of their milestone that they want to get.
Oh, how good's looking?
What's that, 4 weeks away?
2, 3
Nah, what are we, 25th today? So it's a month. It's a month away.
It's a month away.
Yeah. How good looking at this, Pies and Blues, one of the oldest rivalries in the game, 75,000 in there at the G.
Yeah, G, it's brilliant. Yeah.
Nature is healing.
Nature's healing.
Nature
It's coming back.
baby.
If there's bums and seats at the footy, we can all continue our lives. I think we can all. And like 2 of the biggest supporter bases, Carlton, Collingwood, and with both being on the up here, and if Carlton can be successful, and we've seen a very good game of footy here. We talk about high scoring, 76-91 here, just the start of the fourth. So it's, chance of both teams hitting 100, which is very seldom these days. But just the ball is moving. We've just been watching it here in the background. It's going coast to coast.
Definitely.
It's being used effectively. You're hitting up a target inside 50. So, and loud crowd at the G. So how good.
So picks in this, is anyone going to back the Blues from here?
From here?
How many points will you give me?
Yeah. Well, it's currently 91-76. So
will you give me some points?
Behind.
I'll give you a bonus point. How's that sound?
Well, are we saying it's 0-0 from now, or to win the game?
Oh, to win the game.
Well, Collingwood, they've got 3 goals.
I'm saying, is anyone going to back the Blues?
That's all. If you give me an extra
for an extra
points,
no. And we've fucked this up really by leaving it.
We're a bit late in this one. But anyway.
So
all right,
let's go for the. Without seeing the score like this, I was going to tip Carlton. I really thought that they were favourites for a reason. I thought they stuck with Richmond okay last week. I thought Collingwood, there's been a lot of noise around their club. I was going to tip the Blues, so I'll stick by that. And my tip is the Blues, even though they are 15 points down.
That's what a good supporter does, Sean. They tip their teams even when they're losing by 15 points.
Yeah, that's right. And next year I'll be going for Port Adelaide.
I obviously tipped Collingwood. Actually, during the week, I tipped Carlton. I put my work footy tips in, and I tipped Carlton. I thought, yeah, they're on the way up. And then I stopped and thought about it and went, Collingwood is still a very good footy team. They get still side bottom back today, a bit of class. They had someone else good in inclusion. Callum Brown included. So, Pendlebury. Oh God, he's just ageless,
isn't he? Yeah,
that's such a good kick.
There's your boy Mason.
And he gets it back. Kick the goal.
Should kick it from here.
No one in front. 1 bounce, 2 bounce.
God, it does. Hit the fat bit.
He could have run another 20 metres and still kicked that.
He ran 100 before then. That's
I was just about to say, I reckon whoever scores the next goal wins this game.
Whoever scores next.
Yeah. You reckon Carlton score the next goal, they'll win the game?
Yep.
Sorry, I'll take that money. I'll take your money very happily there, Sean. I did.
Let's keep rolling.
We'll go through the footy.
Let's go over the rest of the game. So the big
cracking game, and it's the two teams that were meant to win last week and that fucked my punters club bet. Geelong
both need big games.
Geelong and Brisbane both looking to bounce back down there at GMHBA Stadium in Geelong. No Jez Cameron still, and as mentioned, Danger's going to miss 3.
One of these teams are going to be 0-2, which was not predicted.
And the big news, the TJ Berry, of course, on the bench is the only change for the Lions.
Big news,
Big inclusion.
First cousin here of
up Tommy.
Of Sean on the Esky host. It's good the teams are announced now. You didn't have any inside scoop on that. No vested interests or anything.
No,
that's
didn't get any early mail on that at all.
AFL app on that one. To be 0-2. We talk about how close the AFL sort of season is. To be down to 2 wins is a big effort. I've got the Lions here purely because still no Cameron. They're still going to have to work out those issues. And then you take Patrick Dangerfield out of that team. He would have only missed a handful of games for the Cats, if that.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever been suspended.
And then, there you go. But injuries or anything, like he's your premier midfielder of the competition, and then you take him out. They've still got a very good team on paper, but so those Lions. And after getting, a bit of a spanking, I'm sure Fagan's had a crack into him this week. But, to the lowly Swans, or some of us think the Swans are a bit better than they were, but
they were sneaky good. The Swans.
Yeah, so a big game. I've got the Lions to bounce back, and then Geelong. Yeah, to Geelong lose at home.
I'm going to go Cats. Just that home crowd factor, but I'm not confident here at all. They really threw a spanner in the works the way they played on the weekend at Adelaide.
Yep.
Have you got the odds there, Jim? Is that what you
Yeah, it must be about dead heat. I thought they were.
I think Lions will be favourite.
No, I reckon Geelong will be favourite.
Yeah, so
Can you get us a line?
I did have Geelong. So Geelong's $1.60 and the line is 7.5.
Jeez.
Still-
And what's
What Lions paying?
Okay.
$2?
$2.23. Yeah.
I'll take that line.
For
That's
Lions.
yummy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
$2.20 for the Lions.
Did you pick?
the Cats.
I went
It's
for
Cats, man.
Yeah,
Des-
but
Biggest Cats fan we've ever had, I think.
No, he's
No,
Bombers.
Bombers.
No,
Bombers.
Bombers. Yeah, right. The old man.
Shout out to David
Old
Webster
man
if
is,
you've worked out how to listen to podcasts. And,
he's still got one of those mobile phones with buttons. So
Snake.
Does it flip or is it a
it
brick?
does not flip.
doesn't flip. Snake too.
No. I think it is color screen. So
Okay.
Moving on. So then we talk about Sydney versus the Crows.
So this is the
Swans
inverse.
Crows?
This
Yeah.
is the two teams that shouldn't have won last week that beat those, Brisbane and Geelong teams. Two very young teams.
Yeah. I get it. For these two teams, one of these teams is going to be 2-0, and one of those other teams is going to be 0-2. It's wild to think about it. So,
Big inclusion for the Swans.
yeah, that little known forward, he goes
Yeah.
pretty well. That number 23, Lance Franklin.
Is it Buddy they call him?
Buddy, Budley. He's just got a casual.
It's not an Errol.
No, Errol. Errol, yeah, he might have to make way for Errol. It's
Might
his Errol's
have to.
forward line now, but obviously big Lance Franklin back in,
Yeah.
bringing his, casual 900 goals to him.
944, if you don't mind. That is 7th all time. He, you'd think he catches Jack Titus this year. He's 6th with 970.
He's got to play the whole year. Let's put it that way.
20,
Yeah, well, what's
26.
that? Quick maths, 26. He
27 had beat it.
he kicks that in if he plays
20
half a
games.
year.
20, yeah.
Yeah. He averages 3.1 a game, I think, through his
Which
career.
doesn't sound like a lot, but it's
That's
a
so
lot
many.
of
What do you
goals.
mean?
Consistency,
Yeah.
though.
But you know what I mean?
I
Like,
average 3 a season.
yeah, I don't average 3 kicks.
So there's 5 people in that 1,000 club. I just wanted to mention. So there's only one Tony Lockett plugger, Gordon Coventry, but back in the day, Jason Dunstall, Wade,
Doug Wade. Geelong.
and also Geelong, Gary Ablett Senior.
Handy players, all of them. I've heard of those fellas.
Yeah, and Buddy said he wants to play 350 and join the 1,000 club. So
I think he gets 1,000. I think he's just going to stay healthy. I mean, he's battled.
Yeah.
He's battled.
Played 10 games in 2 years.
Because what separates
Sadly,
Buddy
yeah,
is
last
his athletic. He's this freak. He's this freak. He's so big and yet he's so fast, and he jumps and he catches and he kicks further than everyone. And then all of a sudden, when the body breaks down, it's a bit
You
like
lose all that athleticism.
You lose all the athleticism, and then you just, he breaks down. He's obviously had his battles with mental health. He's just had the bub. Have we got that? Yeah, he's just had the little baby
little
boy.
I think they already had a girl, him and Jacinta, and now they've got a little baby boy.
Yeah.
The timing is impeccable. Isn't it?
Yeah, so hopefully his mind's right, the body's right, because in my lifetime and my viewing footy, I can't think of a better player to watch. I won't say he's my favourite player. I won't say he's the best player, but a better, like, you would watch Swans games because they had Buddy.
Yeah.
Like the stuff, his highlight
the boy
reel.
kicked 13 in a game.
Yeah, his highlight reel is up there with the best. Like, you YouTube Buddy Franklin highlights. You would show that to someone who's never seen the game and said this is the best of it.
Or as we were saying a few weeks ago, Bruce calling Buddy down that left flank.
running down.
Oh, I'm going from 60 midnight just thinking about it. Just thinking about it. So, yeah, wishing him all the best with his comeback game. Yeah, plagued. I think he had knee surgery last year, but heel and groin
Backs
and
and-
back.
yeah.
And, of course, your noggin's not going to be the best when you're going through
For
that.
rehab,
Yeah, exactly right. So
who are we backing? Who are we picking?
Swannies for me.
Swans
yeah.
for me,
Yeah.
That, with Buddy back and those young forwards coming through, it's early days. It's early days, but there's no reason why they can't be pushing for the 8.
Right around that. Yeah, around that. I mean, but they've still got guys like Isaac Heaney, Callum Mills.
Heaney kicked 3 last week. We didn't even get him mentioned.
He's a gun. Like, he's a jet.
Kennedy's still
Luke
there,
Parker,
so-
like Kennedy. They've still got some very
Their
good
back line
players.
with Lloyd and Mills.
Yeah.
They're really
They've
not a bad side. And like you said last year, a few kicks different, and it's a
Yeah, you
completely
flip
different
that.
result.
That's why they're sort of, and they're in Sydney, so they drop off the map a little bit. But they're building again.
I really love everything you've said, but I just want to take a smoky on Adelaide.
Oh, what have you got the odds there, monks? You get about $3 for them, wouldn't you?
Yeah, 340 lines, 20.5.
Yeah.
20 and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 and a half. That's pricked my ears.
I'm just
What's the weather like?
Maybe
Sydney 20. No one's.
For
Tex
to have-
should be okay now.
for Tex to have two good games in a row. That's what I'm backing. So I'm going to go Crows in this one.
The big
I
Texan.
love it.
But I think Swans overall, like you're saying, I think they're in for a big year.
Okay.
Yep.
I like it. I like the Smoky.
Yeah. I backed the Crows based off last week.
Desmond.
Desmond.
We got another Desmond.
Another Desmond.
Yeah. Completely forgetting that Buddy was back. So, but yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Back
I
him
like
in.
it.
Stick to your guns.
Yeah, I'll back him in.
From one Adelaide, the supposed shit team to the supposed good team. Port Adelaide plays Essendon in Adelaide. Who we got here, lads? Rockcliffe's 23rd man again. We saw that
I think
happen on
that-
the weekend. He did get subbed in, I believe, in that game.
He did. It was a bit of a shock that because they named their emergencies or like their bench, and then they can sort of announce the 23rd man, and everyone sort of was a bit shocked that it was Tommy Rockcliffe. Like, and we were sort of talking about it. Wouldn't you be better off playing him in the twos? They were awkwardly playing on a Sunday. The twos played Thursday night. So,
Okay.
and again,
The
this is the
timing
issue.
difference.
This is the
And it was a
issue.
pre-season game for the handful, wasn't it?
Yeah, so he can't have a full game hit out. He'd either, if he doesn't get play in the AFL, you obviously want one of your better players to play a full game.
Yep.
He would have had to go, training Sunday night, Monday morning, do an extra session. This is where this sub rule gets sticky, and I'm really not a fan of it in that sense. But obviously Port. We talked about how good they looked across the board. They look fast, which is big. At Adelaide Oval, the fans.
I don't think we need to talk more about this. I think Port Adelaide.
But after the way Essendon
After the way
handled
Essendon play
themselves
was,
in the
I
second
think-
half,
yeah.
the Orazio Fantasia game, they'll get around
Yeah, a
him.
little grudge
and-
match for Orazio.
I think it's Port.
I think Port too as well. I don't think a blowout, but I don't think it's close either.
Yeah,
Thanks.
bet the over on this one. There'll be lots of points.
Mm.
You have to go against my heart and go Port.
You got odds there?
Yeah, so Port's $1.15. Essendon's
What's the game
$5.50.
line
That's-
there?
that's-
Short, isn't
What's
it?
the
Line,
total point?
Line's 32.5.
Total points?
Ooh.
Give me 180.
1-8, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Might have
Give
to
us a
research
second.
that one. We'll go into the next game, which is St Kilda Melbourne. Pretty evenly matched, you'd say.
Yeah, probably St Kilda going off last year's form a little, that step ahead. They're sort of traditionally they're around the same mark. They were
Yeah.
bottom four together, and they've sort of come up slowly.
Is it sixth versus ninth from last year?
Yeah.
Yes, it would have been on ladder position. Yes, yeah. Sainers still have a couple of those injuries around. They're still not sure who's going to be back. I think the big battle here is Max Gawn. We talk about the ruck battle. He's going one out.
Yep.
Saints still won't be having Rowan Marshall. They still won't have Paddy Ryder. So
It was a debutant last week, wasn't it? That played in the ruck for St Kilda. I'll have a look at that. Monks, did you get that line? The overs, unders, overs?
Yeah, total points is 178.5.
You
I'll
like
take
180?
over.
You
I like that one.
180
I'll take that
Port
over.
and
Thank
Essendon?
you. I reckon
Yep.
that's free money. So Max Gawn's one that dominates the best ruckman when you're going up against someone who's slender body. Who's
On the AFL app, I don't have a first name. P Hunter. It doesn't have a first name on the AFL app. So
no, it's Funter. You pronounce it.
Funter. I like that.
I could tell you nothing about Funter, but I know he got dominated by that Matt Flynn who was playing his first game.
Nice story that, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
very good story. And
I got him in fantasy. He went up 40 grand. Or
yeah, he
something,
was
so,
cheap. Yeah,
thank you very
good
much,
bargain
Matty.
by that. But yeah, it'll be very close. Saints still with those injuries, but they showed against a classy GWS lineup in Sydney. They handled it very well. They've sort of gone around the Richmond model by the looks of things. They've got the small forwards with that tackling pressure and a solid back line that has time to set up and they defend with 18 players. It's they've got Brett Ratton there, who's the coach, and it's his second life, former Carlton man, obviously. And
This is going to be a tough one for you and your dyslexia. So there's Ben Ratton.
Ben Rutten.
And Ben Rutten.
Yeah.
Ben Rutten.
It's A and a U. That's difference between the coach of St Kilda and the coach of Essendon.
Yeah.
There's only one letter difference, yeah?
Yes. That's why we don't care about coaches. So who's picking this game? I'm back in St Kilda.
I'm going Melbourne. I think Melbourne.
This is a hard one to pick. I'm going to go St Kilda, but no confidence.
Miss Muggy?
I backed in Melbourne.
There you
Oh,
go.
Desmond.
Yeah.
Desmond's
everywhere.
getting around.
I love our note in the next one is not going to watch this, lol.
Gold Coast, North Melbourne. I think, Macca, there's probably about 68 people in Australia that'll watch this game, and they're probably all wives and
Yes.
family members.
And
of the
even
players.
Is this the battle for the spoon?
No, I think Gold Coast would be good. It's just two of the least supported
Oh, you
clubs.
say the two. GWS. in there as well. But
GWS.
obviously, the newer club, North is still.
Yeah.
They will never shake the Tasmania chat. They think that's the club that should move
Hobart
to.
Roos, they could be.
They play. That's just where they're at. I love footy. I will watch anything. I promise you, I'm not going to watch any of this. I'll tell you about the replay. I'm not going to watch a second of this.
You know what might make you watch it? A little same game multi from our unofficial sponsors at Sport. But
I'm not wasting money on that. I'm telling you, I'd rather spend money on the Queensland Firebirds. Shout out Firebirds. Sunday games. Roll them in, Pepsi. What's the first one?
we got a tip. We got
Let's-
a tip.
let's move-
We
Oh
have to-
God, we
quick
have to draw.
I'll go Gold Coast.
0-0.
Are you can't. Well, you can't even select that on. So please,
Can't you?
No, I don't think you
I'll
can.
tell you what. I'll put a bet on the draw. That's gonna make me watch it. I'll back the draw.
All right, okay, I am going to go Gold Coast.
Max?
Yeah, Gold Coast.
Holy
Gold
hells.
Coast.
Now, on what point? If I
So
trip
Gold
the
Coast,
draw,
Gold Coast, Gold Coast.
if I trip the draw, I get 10 points.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Sure. If it's a
we can make
draw.
an amendment, and we all.
I'll get you a fucking crown.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
we all draw.
You three
We'll
skull.
all skull if
get a draw.
If it's a draw, we all
Yeah,
skull.
I'll say draw.
Okay, that's fine. Hawthorn, Richmond, MCG.
Back at the G. I've actually, one of those Hawthorn sort of come out by the skin of their teeth. That second half, they were moving the ball really well. I think it was nearly more a look on Essendon than Hawthorn. They were allowed to do whatever they wanted more than, wrestling it away from Essendon. Richmond, obviously, we talk about they're all class against the Carlton Richmond games, almost like an anomaly. You can't actually get a good read on
How the teams actually.
on how
yeah.
Richmond are going because you just know it's going to be a 4-goal victory to Richmond.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling about this one. Like, Hardwick obviously used to coach under Clarkson. There's always that angst between
connection.
protege and sensei. And
Yeah.
I just got a feeling that Clarkson's got a trick or two up his sleeve. I think I've just got that Hawthorn stink. They've just been good for so long. Maybe I just can't handle the fact that they're bad. Their list is still
It's not bad.
okay. They've got some weird players. Like, I mean, Tim O'Brien kicked the winning goal. Like, what the hell is that? Who the hell is Tim O'Brien? The more I'm actually talking myself out of it being a close game, the more I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was just like, you've said all this. Doesn't matter. Richmond are going to win.
Yeah, Richmond win. Close 21 points. I'll give them 21
I'm back at Richmond.
points.
Pretty close. I'll go Richmond.
Max?
Richmond.
Yeah.
The line is 30.5.
Well,
Yeah, I'd take that.
You
For, I would take that for Hawthorn. Yeah.
Richmond not one as well to really blow teams out as well. They
Their
like
style of play isn't
should've played
pile points on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, with 6 minutes left, you got to roll the dice. So.
one to
Kick it to
consider
him.
there.
Kick it to him.
We're just talking about Collingwood.
Kick it off the ground.
So Collingwood
chance,
99 lead Carlton 84. 5 minutes to go, 15 points in that one. Can the Blue Baggers pull something out of their arse?
So we've got 2 games to go. So Bulldogs versus West Coast. Dogs by 77 is probably a big shout.
Good. I don't know, Sean. I might have to.
Prediction here.
Might have to. Interesting call by you. Might have to agree with you there. Going off last week's score. Traditional bogey team of the Bull. I wouldn't even call them a bogey team. They've just dicked the Dogs the last few times. But that's always been in Perth. So this one's actually at Marvel Stadium at the Docklands. So obviously that quick track that the Dogs, they're going to get their touches. They're going to flick the ball around with their hands. It's how. And West Coast are actually, one of the top 2. And they're not 2 at setting up defensively and moving players around. And the Bulldogs, like we talked earlier, are just shocking with their forward line setup. They just don't have the chemistry and the structure up there. So I think it's going to be one of those games where the Bulldogs dominate possession. They'll get it inside 50, but there's a lot of intercept marks to Tom Barras.
Can they convert it into
So
points?
it sounds like you're saying West Coast going to win?
No, Bulldogs by 77. I agree.
So I've got Dogs here. I'm actually going to back the Dogs as well.
I'm going to go the Dogs here as well. I think their midfield is looking very schmicker.
Yeah. Mr. Max?
Yep, Dogs.
Ooh,
You,
4 doggies.
4 Dogs. Go Dogs.
Hot Dogs.
And then to finish off, we've got Fremantle, the Dockers versus GWS.
At 6 o'clock on Sunday night, you give me Fremantle GWS. They're really testing the footy fans this week. They're really sticking some
Your
interesting
last
games.
injection of sport on the weekend.
You might be
I actually
flicking
will watch that
channels.
one because there'll be nothing else. I finished Mandalorian during the week, so I need it's either a new series or it's the Fremantle GWS
I was
game.
wondering where you're going with Dimmer Clarkson stuff. It was a little bit of
It's in the brain.
Yeah, a little bit of
No
a
spoilers, but
master and apprentice kind of thing.
No spoilers, but that last episode, that was that was a big. We won't get into that.
Yes.
But we'll start a new podcast, a new branch. But
Yeah, right.
this
Who we
game,
backing?
Giants.
bit like that, isn't it?
Yeah, I might go Giants. Yeah.
I'm going to Freo.
Yeah, yep. Max?
Back the Giants. They are
Yeah,
slight
3-1.
underdogs.
What's the odds there?
So Fremantle's 198, 189. GWS is 195.
Right there. So the line will be about 2 points. And
Yep.
Freo have to win this if they actually want to show any real improvement. Like you've got a vulnerable GWS team coming to Perth. Yeah, played like dog shit the week before against Melbourne. They need to stand. I understand they're young. We show how fickle the AFL public is as the Goey seals it with a handy point. They need to show. They need to show. They might not have to win, but they have to show a lot more than last week. They were butchered the ball and they were just stinky. So benefited it out for round one, but Longmuir as coach, he'd want to have a better performance this week at home.
And that, I think, will wrap up the